Well, here you are in the right place at the right time. So glad to be here with you all on the Daily Antidote of Song. I'm Sandy O from Emma's Revolution, and this is a day where we get to hear an extraordinarily beautiful song from a beautiful human. I am looking to see if somebody knows what day it is here at the Daily Antidote, because when we say daily, we mean it. This show has been going on since the beginning, early days of that thing we all lived through. Called the pandemic. And thanks to Carolyn, this is day 1630. Can you believe it? It's wonderful. So, you know how I like to start this off. We're going to sing some hellos together, thanks to this little machine that's going to sound a lot like me. There it is. And here comes your part. Coming right up now. This is the part you can sing. Hello, 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 hello. This is the way I like to start a day with you. Saying hello, no matter how we do it. We're gonna sing the words hello. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Let's sing to our guest, Moon Clemetson, coming in from Minneapolis today to sing us a beautiful song. And let's all say, hello, 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 hello. We've got Erin in the Bronx, she's holding down the tech. There she is today. And hello to Candace with us from California. Hello, hello in the chat, right? There's Jojo in New Hampshire. Hello to Jojo. Jojo makes it all happen if you know. Of course, with everybody else, a carpe diem. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hello to Trish and Victoria. Hello to Susan in Cincinnati, we're coming your way. Hello to Dory and Ollie, maybe in Rhode Island. Hello, 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 hello. There's Athena in Brooklyn. Hello to you. There's David and Elsie in Oakland. I used to be there too. Hello to Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning to Jim in Maryland. Much love to you. Good morning to Shayla. Well, it's morning for me and afternoon for you in Florida. Let's say hello, 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 hello. Bonnie's in Boise, Idaho. Caroline's in DC. Hello, Benet is in Berkeley, California. Mabel with a bear in Massachusetts. Hello, 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 hello. Deli's in Maryland. Ruth and Cliver in Birmingham, across the pond from us. Hello. And there's Becky in Vancouver, way up in Canada, I think. Hello, 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 hello. Linda's in Orcas Island. Hello to Elizabeth in California. Hello to Louise in the UK. Hello to Carolyn. Hello, 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 hello. There's our friend Kathy in Colorado. And there is Lynn in Connecticut. Hello, hello. And Jamie again in Victoria. Well, hello, 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 hello. Anna's in Nashville with a rooster. Hello. Annette is in California. And Anna's in Silver Spring. Julie is on a lake in Ontario. Hello, hello, hello. And Kat's in Vermont. And Lara's from the UK. Cricket in Maryland. That's everyone who's here today. But of course, we've got friends joining us everywhere. Hello, hello, hello. So we'll say one last hello to the folks joining on the live stream, the folks who are watching later down the stream. We hope to see you somewhere soon. Hello, 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 hello. Like that. Well, that always gets me awoken and awakened, and here I am in Portland, Oregon on the road, but I'm so happy to be here to host this beautiful performer coming in from the middle of this beautiful country. Let me tell you a little bit about Moon before we welcome Moon. Moon Clemetson is a teacher and performer of world folk music and contact dance improv, and is deeply focused on exploring the meditative and expressive arts. After graduating from Marlborough College with a degree in holistic education, who knew? That's awesome. Moon studied the potential of experiential semester programs to deepen their connection with the world. And Moon has a beautiful song for us today, so please welcome Moon Clemetson. Hello.
Hi, everybody. It's such a pleasure to be here, and and to see you all today. And I am excited to share this really special, tender song with you. Um,
Yes, I'm
yeah,
happy
this
to
is
turn it right over to you because I heard a little bit and we want to get to be able to sing it with you just
great.
right away. It's so beautiful. So we will see you and hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a grief song. Um, and grief has been a pretty big theme in my life, and I'll talk more about that afterwards. Um, but for now, yeah, maybe I'll give more context afterwards, and I'll just teach it. Um, but yeah, I guess I do feel moved to say before we sing it that this is a song that I wrote um, in the process of grieving my mother after she passed from cancer. So this is like I'm feeling the emotions rise in my body as I'm anticipating bringing this to you all. But that feels like part of what I want to bring through my art. I'll be playing some piano today too. Okay, it's a pretty simple song and it's a zipper song. I think it's going to be very quick to pick up. My body knows how to grieve. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to grieve. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. That's basically all it is. My body knows how to grieve. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to grieve. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Breathe. My body knows how to breathe. Let's take a breath together. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to breathe. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Heal. My body knows how to heal. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to heal. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Feel. My body knows how to feel. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to feel. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. B part. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Love. My body knows how to love. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to love. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows it's enough. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows it's enough. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness.
Wow. Maybe we all need to take another breath, huh?
Yeah.
That is so beautiful, Moon, and so extraordinary the way you give us space in your song to be with each of those beautiful moments that you bring to us. And you mentioned, and I'm hoping there you are, you mentioned that it came from this extremely, like, one of the most extremely traumatic things for a human to go through in our lives, the loss of your mother. So,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything you want to tell us about how this song came to you or how it has worked for you, why you have the courage to share it with us, which I appreciate you're
Mm-hmm.
doing?
Yeah. Learning how to grieve has been such a intense process, and yeah, I kind of became aware that that was something like a something that I hadn't practiced um, prior to my mom's death, and so I was like, okay, like how do I cry? How do I feel big emotions? How do I let this really move through me? What Where can I find help and support in doing that? And especially, you know, in my family, my family, I feel so loved and supported by in so many ways. And the moving of emotions and sharing of emotions with each other wasn't something that I really learned growing up from my family, or to do with my family. And so yeah, I was doing that work, doing that healing work, and then my mom got her cancer diagnosis, and I was like, okay, like here we go. Like this is like this. I need to learn how to do this now, and in a really big, immediate way, and music has been one of the most powerful tools for me personally. Like that's like I think ever since I was a kid, it was like playing the piano was a way that I moved this deep, some sort of deep pain, deep grief, which, you know, there's lots of threads of why that I held that as a child, but I had no sense consciously of why that was there, but it needed to come through me somehow. And so music was an outlet for that. And, and for a long time, the only way I could really cry about my mom's death was when I was playing music and singing my grief. And so a lot of pieces of songs have come out of that process of supporting myself and grieving.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we are all the luckier for your, as I say, your courage and your willingness and your wanting to go deeply into a thing that our culture really, we don't teach each other or ourselves how to do that well. But this, the way you did that and that song really gives all of us an opportunity. And I know you were doing holistic education, so it's so clear through that song, that that's who you are, that you
Mm-hmm.
are using your life as a way to learn, how to feel more and how to be more whole for yourself, and then sharing that with others. It's very beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. And there have been incredible role models for me around that in music. Like Ale Blakely has done some phenomenal like grief song circle, grief tending work. And there are other song leaders doing that work. And that's been a powerful way for me to engage in grief in community. Um, Yeah, and on the so my mom died 2.5 years ago. No, 1.5 years ago.
Mm.
um, and on the anniversary of my mom's death, um, I gathered together a bunch of singing friends who we had all been in this process of grieving through song together. But I just asked everybody, invited people to come together for a grief circle around my mom. And it was one of the most powerful experiences of my life to be held by people in that grief and to be in a collective grief process. Especially since I didn't learn as a child that it was okay to share that with other people. So powerful healing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, I think that's partly why this song circle, the daily antidote of song, is so powerful for so many of us because it is a moment and a space to share something deep, whether it's, and you've given us a chance. I've been on this show and hosted a number of times and performed a number of times. And I'm not sure we've ever delved, or at least I haven't had the experience of delving into grief the way you've done it. And it just expands what community can be for us. So thank you for expanding that for us through music. And it's such a beautiful song. There's so much room for harmony that is just that supports the tenderness. And I hope that when you were with your friends, I imagine they were singing or playing various things that felt like they added to this beautiful song that you've already created.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm seeing just that there's so many people in the chat, and I imagine coming into this space that there would be a lot of where there are people, there is grief. So,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
um, yeah, just really wanting um, to send care to all of you, and just that it feels really special to be sharing in grief together, and that's why I want to share this music and these songs, is because we all need this opportunity to trust our own bodies, to trust that grief that needs to move through. So
Yes. Would
yeah,
you sing it with us and for us again?
yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, and maybe I had been wondering whether to invite some zippers in, but maybe I'll just stick to what we have for time. But just to know that you can bring in any words that you're wanting to, even today, even as I'm singing the words that I'm singing, you can sing different words. Okay. My body knows how to grieve. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to grieve. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to breathe. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to breathe. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Heal. My body knows how to heal. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. body knows how to heal. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Feel. My body knows how to feel. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to feel. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Love. My body knows how to love. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows how to love. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. It's enough. My body knows it's enough. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. My body knows it's enough. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. We'll keep going on that. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Give it space, give it space, give it space. Give it space, give it space, give it space. Your body knows how to heal. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Let's do grieve. Your body knows how to grieve. Give it space, give it space, give it tenderness. Their bodies know how to grieve. Give them space, give them space, give them tenderness. Their bodies know how to grieve. Give them space, give them space, give them tenderness. Our bodies know how to grieve. Give them space, give them space, give them tenderness. Our bodies know how to grieve. Give them space, give them space, give them tenderness.
That is truly extraordinary. Thank you so much for the gift of the space and the gift of the opportunity and the gift of your smile as you're singing to us. It's so beautiful. So thank you, Moon. Are there things you'd like to know people about how they can hear you again, where they can see you again?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm in the process right now of really committing to my music practice and my art practice after a lot of my own healing work specifically around my music. So I feel like I'm about to do try to put out a SoundCloud and share a lot of these songs, a lot more grief songs, and maybe apply for some grants. But at the moment, I don't have a strong internet presence except for projects from like 10 years ago.
which
Yeah, but
still
I do
count. You
I
still
do
did them.
yeah, I did them. I have a couple of albums on Spotify under the name Clayton Clemetson. Um, yeah, and
Wonderful.
yeah, and I'd be happy to hear from people if people have questions or want to
Right.
connect in some way.
And you're on Facebook, I understand, as Moon
I'm on
Clemens,
Facebook.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Facebook and
Folks can
Instagram.
find you.
Yeah.
Great. And Instagram. Great. Folks
Well,
can find
actually,
you
no,
there.
I deleted Instagram from my phone, but I might check it someday. Facebook is probably a little better.
Well, that sounds good. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you're focusing on it because this is just a beautiful piece, and so I know
Mm.
that there will be more if you want to write more, and this is extraordinary. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Let's
Mm.
give lots and lots of love to Moon. Love and thanks. Mwah, mwah. For your willingness, your openness, and your beautiful spirit through that song. And I hope to see you again. It's been a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening for whomever, wherever you are. And we will come up with something to sing to say a little farewell together. So maybe these chords will work for us. We'll see you. We'll see you. We'll see you next time here. So you can sing that with me. We'll see you. We'll see you. We'll see you next time here. Let's say love to Moon. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you to Erin for all the ways that you keep everything rolling. Thank you to Candace for putting the words in the chat. Thank you for Tom for playing along. Thank you, Trish from Victoria. We'll see you right back here. Here we go. See you. Might be not be the same. We'll see you next time here. We'll see you again. We'll see you. We'll see you next time. See you next time here. Then see you, Dory and Ollie in Rhode Island. Goodbye to Athena in Brooklyn. So long to David and Elsie in Oakland. Bye-bye to Kathleen in Albuquerque. See you next time, Jim in Maryland. Goodbye to Sheila in Florida. See you next time, Caroline. And goodbye to Benet. So long to Mabel and Bob and a bear. See you. We'll see you next time. See you next time right here. We'll see you. See you next time. See you next time right here. See you, Linda from Orcas Islands. Bye-bye to Kathy in Colorado. So long, Anne in Nashville. See you next time, Laris in the UK. Bye-bye to Storm. Bye-bye to Cricket. So long to Julie. Bye-bye to Hoda. See you, Delhi. Bye-bye to Ruth and Clive. In Birmingham, see you next time, Becky and Vancouver. Bye-bye to Anne at Silver Spring. So long to Jojo in New Hampshire. Bye-bye to Jamie in Victoria. So long to Louise in the UK. Bye-bye to Bonnie Boise. Bye-bye to Elizabeth. So long, Annette and Carolyn and Kat. And there's a second page, but I'm strumming. So long to LMG, bye-bye to Aloysius, bye-bye to Chuck. Goodbye to all the folks who are joining us on the live stream. Anywhere you are, you know what this means. We're gonna see you next time. See you. See you next time. See you next time right here on the Daily Antidote of Song. See you. We'll see you next time. See you next time, right here. Bye-bye, folks. Much love. Look forward to seeing you next time